welcome to the first pre-recorded video that I've done in a long time. I actually had pre-recorded some videos before and we're going to upload them, but the what's it called? The editing software that I had turned out to be junk, and it would not, after I got everything edited, it would not let me actually upload it. So today we are doing the first soap in a new collection, and honestly, as of the recording of this, I do not know what I'm going to call the collection. I'll tell you that the names of the soaps that I'm making are Cat's Pajamas, Bee's Knees, and Kipper's Knickers. That's kind of hard to say. But anyways, I love these sayings, and there's really no, if you're making a watermelon soap, it has to look like watermelon, right? Well, there's just no boundaries with these. Cat's Pajamas, you can make it look like anything. And that was kind of exciting for me. So that's what we're making today, is Cat's Pajamas. And I'm using fluffy pink candy. Why won't it? From Nature's Garden. And let's open it up and give it a sniff. I think it smells like cherry candy, I think. This is really, here, let's move it this way a little bit so I'm kind of in the middle. I think it smells like, it's got like a cherry candy fragrance to it. So let's get started. So let's see. First things first, I've got my oils mixed up right here. And then over here, I have my cooled lye water. It's sodium hydroxide mixed with distilled water. And it also has, I put in almost a tablespoon, it is a scant tablespoon of, goodness, I can't even think what it's called now. Sodium lactate. There, that's what it is. Sodium lactate. Because that just helps it to have a little bit, it helps the bar to be a little bit harder. So add the lye water to the room temperature oils. And this still has a little bit of lye in it, so I'm going to put it off to the side because I don't want to accidentally knock it over or anything like that. Okay, take this out of here. And let's buzz it up a little. All right, that looks good. I make pretty small batches, and I'm just looking to make sure none of this separates on the shaft of the stick blender, and it's not. So I make pretty small batches, so it takes almost nothing to get it mixed up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split it off. I've got I'm gonna have one base color, and the base color is this, it's called Cashmere. Come on, focus a little, there you go. Cashmere by Nurture Soap, and that is some beautiful blue right there. And then two of my accent colors, I have, what is this one? Rainforest. I couldn't remember what it was called, and I couldn't tell with it backwards. So I've got Rainforest by Nature's Garden and Cantaloupe by Nature's Garden. You can see I've got 3 cups here, though. This one is actually going to stay uncolored. So this one is going to be the natural color of the soap. So these cups hold about 6 ounces. So I'm going to put about that much in there. I've already measured out the appropriate amount of colorant to put in it, or in this case, no colorant. All right. And now I'm going to measure the fragrance oil. The only reason that I haven't pre-measured the fragrance oil, got some oil on my hands, let's get that wiped off. The only reason that I have not pre-measured this is because I've got all these little plastic cups, and leaving the fragrance oil in the plastic cup, it eats through the cup and ruins my table. So I'm going to put it in here and immediately split it off, and then I will throw it away right away. That way I'm not, come on, zero out. That way I can get these little cups used. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these split off. And that way, as I do it, as I mix up the color, I'll be mixing up the color and the fragrance all at the same time. And I've got a little jar of empty coconut oil jar over there that I'm putting it in so I don't keep ruining my table. All right, this can go out of the way now. Let's get these all mixed up, all buzzed up. This is going to be the fun one to watch. So here, let's get these out of the way. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. Love that color, it's so beautiful. All right, there we go. I don't want to mix too much because I want to make sure it's still good and liquidy for the drop swirl that I plan on doing. So let's make sure I get all of this uncolored soap off the sides. And also scrape the bottom to make sure I'm getting all of the soap in there. Which actually, I guess in this one it probably wouldn't matter, because I was going to say I don't want any uncolored bits of soap, but I've got a whole cup of uncolored soap. So if there's a little piece of uncolored soap in there, it really wouldn't be a big deal. It's so nice that when I go to record, everybody's in and out of the house. Oh well, it is what it is, right? It's what happens when you live. All right, so let's get started with the pour. I want the drop swirl to be all throughout the soap, so I'm not gonna, that's probably about a third of the way full. And I'm gonna do a little bit of each color, and then I'm gonna pour some more of the blue. Okay, and the rainforest green. All right, and now back to the blue. You know it's going to be good when you start seeing the swirls on top like that. All right, I'm going to put in the rest of this uncolored soap. I'm going to put in the rest of the cantaloupe colored soap. Make sure I'm going up both sides and through the middle. I'll try to scrape all this. Let's go ahead and try to scrape out this uncolored soap. You know what? No, I'm going to leave them in there and I'll use the last little bit on top. All right, so here's the last of the green. That is super duper liquidy. And the last of the blue. I'm going to pour this really close and try to keep it on top as much as possible. It is definitely going to swirl, which is fine. I would just like to have a little bit on top, or mostly blue on top, so that I can swirl the leftovers. There we go. All right, let me get this bowl scraped out. I don't want to leave anything in here if I can help it. Oh, I got some on my table. Oh well, it comes up pretty good. Just trying to cover up what's there. Like I said, it's all right if it pokes through some, because I'm going to be swirling some on top anyway. All right, let's get the last of this out of here. This is super duper liquidy. I'll definitely have to make a note of that this fragrance oil is very, very well behaved. This fragrance oil behaves better than my children. Definitely better than my dogs. How about that? All right, almost got it all out. All right, I think that's good enough for me. I'll get it off of here. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna take and tap it down. It's gonna shake the camera probably. All right, that looks pretty good. Now, let's get the last of these little bits out of here. Now, it doesn't take much when you want to swirl on top. You can see there's hardly anything in there, but that little bit will go a long, long way on the top. All right, let's just move some lines back and forth. Touch all the same spot. Just incredibly, incredibly pregnant. Melting just not like too much. Something right in my hand. Oh my goodness, it'll roll. But be able to write. No anything. All right, let's be good. Mom, get a picture. Chicken. She a lot more. Whole lot more hand. I good, but man, I'm really a little bit not here ever. All right, let's try to put it in the middle. Use this unthird second on the table. All right, that was good. Now let's take the cantaloupe color. This fragrance is really good. If you like that cherry candy smell, this is the one for you. It's curious to see how it will morph. And so, because first, always do. There's a few times where it's exactly the same, but there's very few. Here, let me go ahead and get this up off of my table. I've got plenty of time to work with this soap. So let's go ahead and clean up this table just a smidge. Just a little bit right there. All right, that looks good. Oh, there's a little piece right there. Go ahead and clean up my mold a little. There we go. It actually looks more full on one side than the other. There we go. All right, so I'm going to take my little stick over here that I used with my fragrance oil, and let's just kind of move all of this around. There we go. I love having a swirl that's random. You know, a lot of people do that figure 8 swirl, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just seems really, like, predictable. You know, like you can see where everything's going. These are all, you know, I just like going all different directions. That's just my favorite way to do it. So up close, here you go. This is Cat's Pajamas. We'll be back for the cut. Hi guys, we are here for some soap cutting today, and we are going to get right to it with the Cat's Pajamas. This isn't the greatest angle, but it's the best I can do with the setup that I have. We are going to, oh, you know what? I gotta take this off. Here we go. I didn't even set that right. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit off the end right here. This will be a sample bar. And there we go. First cut of Cat's Pajamas. Oh, let me get a paper towel for this. All right, so this smells like cherry. The color, or not the color, the fragrance has morphed a little bit, and it really does smell like cherry candy. It doesn't smell like real cherries, because you know, there's the real cherries and then there's the cherry flavorant. And I'll have to say, I like both. That's weird how it's so blue on top. Got so much blue on top. But I like both real cherries and cherry flavor, and I don't think they taste anything the same. And this definitely smells like cherry flavor, not real cherries. I know a lot of fruit flavors and smells, I don't think smell or taste anything like what they're supposed to smell or taste like. Kind of like grapes. I absolutely love grapes, but I cannot stand grape flavor. Ugh, grape candy or grape soda. I can't even stand the way it smells. My kids love grape soda, but they know they can't have it if they're going to be around me because I cannot even stand the smell of grape soda. I just think it's disgusting. But I absolutely adore grapes and grape juice. Oh, I love grape juice. I would just drink myself sick on grape juice. But grape flavor, ugh. But this smells like cherry flavor. And I guess that's kind of weird that it's a blue soap, but that's okay. Not everything that smells like cherries has to be red. There we go. And this soap will be available. Let's see. This soap will be available the first Monday in August. The first Monday in August, this will be available on my Etsy shop, which is Blue Ridge Bubble Works, all one word. You just go to the search bar, Blue Ridge Bubble Works. I'll try to link it. There we go. Here's the last one. Oh, that one kind of looks like a face. That's funny. Oh, I guess I can see it on this one down here. I didn't notice it as much on the last one. All right. And these two are going to be sample bars. So if you're interested in Cat's Pajamas, let's go to my Etsy shop on the first Monday in August, and that's when they will be available. Thanks a bunch.